Hi everyone, just here today for a quick message from the spirit world. I've been thinking this morning about different things to talk about and wondering what I might say today. And as I was just thinking about that question, I could feel my guides drawing close, and I can seem to feel Archangel Michael was close by, so I'll just go with what they would like to share today. And for obviously, I'm a psychic medium and life coach, and I swap between what I'm doing, bereavement counselling. I'm an author as well of Spiritual Understanding, Blooming into Consciousness book. But for some reason today, I keep having this strong feeling to talk about grief. Grief when we lose someone. My understanding is that we can't ever lose anyone. Our souls are eternal. So when we pass over to the spirit world, we retain our unique identity of who we are. When I bring messages back, people tend to have that similar personality, but we do have a greater understanding of the spirit world. We have a bigger part of that unconditional love that we can feel, and in the spirit world we're very able to come back and be close to the loved ones that are here. And there's nothing sadder in the spirit world to look in and see our loved ones in such heartbreak and grief. And your loved one could be standing right next to you, and if you're not tuned in, you wouldn't know they're there trying to comfort you and console you. So grief is about understanding that the hardest part of any part of grief is acceptance, accepting that someone has gone. I do know from the many times of readings that I've given, no one ever passes alone. So if you've lost a loved one and that passed alone, they didn't. The angels will always be there, or their guides. You'll often have loved ones who are very close to you come and meet with you, like a parent, or somebody that was very close to you will come and meet you and talk to you before you even get to the other side. A lot of people, when they're near to passing, kind of lose consciousness and come back and talk about who family members that have passed that they've been talking to. That is the spirit world communicating with them. So they're already preparing them to walk home, so to speak. So the grief here is about missing them. It's even though we understand there's no death, you can't lose that soul. We are eternal and we're in that spiritual realm. Because we can't see them, because we haven't gotten close to them, it hurts. Grief hurts. It is a process that we go through. And the question that comes up very often for me is, why can't I feel my loved one around me? Sometimes they feel very, really close when we're just passed. And then all of a sudden they disappear. And people seem to think that once they've disappeared, they must have moved forward, or they're not interested anymore. And there is no time in spirit, so they can come back at any time to be with you. And it's more about us being ready to hear them. When we go into these depths of grief and despair, we kind of block out the ability to hear or see the spiritual realm. The spiritual realm is always ready. There is no time, as my understanding it. They can come the moment they pass, even before they pass, to you and let you know. Lots of people have said to me they've been asleep and they've woken up with a loved one saying goodbye to them, and then found out that the loved one had passed. And that may have happened to you, I don't know, but lots of people have come to me with those kind of stories, or I've brought it through like that in a reading. So your loved ones can never not see you or be with you. They don't move on and leave you behind. They are always going to be there. And if you want them, you have to make that connection with them. You have to start to go through the grief process. Maybe you need Cruise is a free bereavement organisation which can help you, or counselling. But once you start to accept the loss, your vibration raises, so you're not in that heavier, denser, negative energy of the loss, of the lower vibration of grief, the sadness. And what can feel like a black hole at times. But as you start to raise that vibration and getting help by talking to people and sharing your grief perhaps with other people that have gone through similar things, you start to raise that vibration, and it's easier for the spirit world to communicate with you directly. You don't have to see a medium, but they will let you know either by the smell of smoke or perfume that you might recognise with them, or anything that would remind you of them. Sometimes they'll send coins. I've had 3 pennies in a row the last 3 days and I said to a client this morning, find a penny, pick it up, and all day long you'll have good luck. I think Spirit are trying to tell me something here. But coins, feathers, anything that they will know you recognise them by, or trying to let you know, whether it's the angels or a loved one you've lost, they will start to communicate with you. So no matter how desperately sad you are, your loved one is with you. You just have tuned out of that vibration where you can communicate easily with them. That's when mediums obviously are more helpful to you. But you can never lose anyone. And I think I can hear Michael saying to me that's really important to stress to you. You can never lose anyone. No one's soul ever disappears and you never communicate with them again. You can communicate with them, but you have to learn to raise your own vibration. And when they look in on us, our loved ones, the hardest thing for them to see is to be us struggling here with missing them. The quicker we move forward out of that grief into remembering them with happiness in our hearts, the easier it is for them not only to draw nearer, but to join with us. And I can hear Michael talking about children. Children are just as deeply impacted by the loss. They may not be able to process it or understand it in the same way we do, but they feel it, and it's really good to talk to children about loss. If you've lost someone, it's really good to share memories, make collage boards of photos and things about the loved one that's passed, because children need to have that identification, that memory of a good memory to hold with them as well. So that was just a quick update from my guides and the angels to say, if you have been through that grief process or you're struggling, your loved ones have not left you. They are very close to you. So this is all love from those loved ones in spirit, sending their wishes and thoughts to you. They are very much with you today. So I hope that's helped you in some way, and take care, stay strong, and I'll see you next time.